Let me tell you a secret. There are thousands of artisans from all over the world that make jewelry, shawls, handbags, and other beautiful things. And our passion at Novica is to bring them to you. And it's working. Customers are loving it. We are your secret source to the world's most beautiful items. You can buy from Mexico, Peru, Brazil, Thailand, so many beautiful places without ever leaving your home. We've been featured in Oprah Magazine, Vogue, InStyle, and Glamour, and so many others. Novica has been the leading fair trade marketplace for incredible artisans from around the world. The Novica mission is simple. Artisans make more and you pay less. Choose something that inspires you and empower a whole community of artisans.
Hi friends, welcome back to Shop the World. We're so excited to have you here on our brand new live stream show. I think this is, Jim, is this episode 4 now?
It is, and it's good to see you, Catherine. Great to see everyone. Hope we've got some fans that hopefully join us today, but yeah, great to see you.
Yeah, and we've got Jen in the comments, so she will be giving away, as always, $50 gift certificates. So make sure you're commenting and engaging with her in the comments, and then if you are randomly selected to be one of our winners this week, Jen will get in touch with you by direct message and make sure to get these beautiful gift certificates off to you. So we're going to be giving those away throughout the show. This tells a little bit about Novica. It's a beautiful gift, either to spoil yourself with if you win it, or to give a friend. So make sure you participate in the comments and like, comment, share. We're so grateful for any of the activity you can help generate on social media. Will really, really help us get this show seen by a wider audience. And over the months ahead, we hope to grow it to be really a significant show where we're all working together to help change the world in the way that we do here at Novica, through working directly with artisans around the world in villages all over Africa, Asia, and Latin America. So we're going to bring you some of those stories today and tell you about some beautiful products. We're calling this the cozy episode as we're heading into winter now. I've got some beautiful textiles to show you from India, some beautiful pillows and throws, all handmade. These are by the Desert Weavers of India. They have an incredible story. They do so much great work in their communities. And I'm going to talk to you about this hand-woven shirt that I've got and a beautiful cardigan that Michael, who's our merchandiser, has chosen to show today with great stories behind the products. And we're also going to be showing you the different jewelry items I'm wearing that we're recommending giving also as gifts, some men's jewelry, men's sweaters too. And today, everybody, is the UN International Day of Peace. It's an annual holiday. I'd like to say it's a holiday, but it's an annual day celebrating and working towards world peace. It's been on the calendar now, on international calendars for many, many years. We celebrate it always in a big way at Novica, as do many of our artisans from different cultures and countries around the world, always producing beautiful peace-themed works of art, in addition to all our many, many different handmade regular jewelry, home decor, and ethical apparel creations. We have a very large section devoted to peace, like this beautiful necklace I'm going to tell you about that an artisan in Uzbekistan gave me last month. Can't wait to tell you about him, and so much more that's coming your way. Some beautiful peace paintings too. We'll close out the show with one of a kind. So you'll see them here and then they'll be gone. And but they are standout paintings that have been juried by some amazing jurors on our World Peace Project annual contest this year, including a Nobel Peace Prize winner. So we're going to be telling you about her. Gives me goosebumps to talk about it. So remember, engage with Jenna in the chat. Everybody who's engaging with Jenna in the chat is automatically becoming eligible to win one of our various $50 gift certificate giveaways today. So we're really counting on you guys to help us drive engagement, drive visibility through being engaged on the social media channels. So that's how the algorithms on YouTube and on Facebook know to give us more visibility. So you are a great member of the team if you're helping us comment, share, and please hit that like button. And so more people will get to see this show and join us. And together we're helping change the world, change lives in villages all across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, for starters. All right, first I'm going to tell you today about this beautiful hand-woven throw. It is by the Desert Weavers of India. It's made of very fine cotton. It's traditionally loomed on a loom. I'm going to tell you all about this community of weavers in India. They are amazing. So with throws, first of all, they make great gifts. And we picked this, Michael picked this color because, of course, we're starting to head towards the holiday season. So we're thinking in advance of what you're going to be wanting to refresh your home with and have on hand for holiday and for gift giving. And this is just so beautiful. And Tara had asked if I could describe, one of our viewers, just who we love, asked if we could describe colors a little bit more on the show. So we've got all sorts of colors woven into this. So beautiful. A lot of traditional Indian patterns going on from, and I'll tell you about the region of India. Here we've got a lot of reds, tending on the pinkish hue of red and black and yellows, and there's some indigo blue and green, a little bit of green, but the overarching this is very rich red.
Carolyn or Catherine, something's going on with your microphone.
Oh, sorry, I'm probably touching it with this.
And now there we go. I know for some reason you sounded muffled for a second.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is probably blocking it. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
All right. So that's for Tara, describing a little bit about the colors, and then it's got some white and black striping throughout. Anyway, this is a beautiful throw handmade by the Desert Weavers of India. I highly recommend throws as table runners, as beautiful drapes for the back of your furniture. It's an easy way to dress up your house with the changing seasons, to just take the same couch you've always had or the same foot of the same bed and bedspread you've always had, and to, for example, on the back of a bed, I'll just lay this out flat. It's quite large, and drape that across the bottom of the bed, or you put it on the back of a chair or a couch. And also throws like this are great to be worn. This one, in this case especially, can always wear this going out as a beautiful cape. It doesn't go ideally with this shirt, for example, but you wear that over a black dress.
Watch that, Mike, I know.
And you're ready to go out and look glamorous and look interesting, and have, as always with everything from Novica, have a story to tell about the artisan who made it and the technique behind it, and the fact that everything's fair trade. So everything you're going to see today is fair trade and ethically made, and helping change the world through empowering artisans in villages and communities where they need it most, and where they have preserved traditional crafts like this that are just amazing testaments to the history of their region. So that's the Festive India handmade throw. I'm going to show you next the pillows, also made by the Desert Weavers of India. And all of this is for sale right now. And if you buy it now, 15% off everything on the show today. If you buy in the app that is in the comments, and Jenna will help you with that if you're missing it. So this is a set of 2 gorgeous pillow cushion covers. The inserts come separately. So for example, Michael ordered these for me, and they shipped very quickly from India, as they will to you. And they come folded and without the cushion, of course. So those are very easy to find. So I use 16 by 16 cushion inserts, which are quite easy to find. So these are 100% cotton, very high quality cotton, all hand stitched. These are hand embroidered. And then the fabric itself is all hand woven by the Desert Weavers of India. I'm using these today as my own seat cushions. Jim, yes, you've got those up. Thank you, on the screen. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Desert Weavers of India. And again, these prices you're seeing on screen are the normal Novica price, which is always a great deal because you're buying artisan direct. So Novica's whole mission when we founded in 1999 is to work directly with the artisans through our artisan empowerment hubs that we have in each region of the world. So we've got 10 artisan empowerment hubs. And because we're able to work directly with the artisans, and the artisans set their own prices based on our advice that we give them based on real world prices, we want customers to always get a great deal, and at the same time for artisans to earn more than they ever could historically by selling through multiple levels of middlemen before you would see something beautiful like this here in a amazing handmade shop in your local town. So again, a great deal already at the website price of $49.99 for these two beautiful handmade and hand embroidered cushion covers. But
Catherine, we got a question from Bill.
yes,
He wanted to know if you recommend cleaning textiles upon receipt, and if so, how would you do that?
we actually don't. Everything that we sell, we have a very strict quality control in the region. That's a great question, Bill. Thanks for asking. Our artisan empowerment hubs have very strict guidelines for all of the textile processing, and everything comes ready to use. If you do want to wash it, some people do, of course, you can definitely do that. In the case of these cushion covers, we're recommending either dry cleaning them or hand washing, laying flat to dry, like will be the case also with the beautiful alpaca sweaters I'm going to be showing you shortly. Make sure you do those in cold water and lay them flat to dry. But everything comes ready to wear or ready to decorate your home with, and super clean and ready to go, and all stored in the artisans bring all their items to our artisan empowerment hubs. We inspect everything very carefully, and we store it all very carefully and organized, and ready to ship to you. And so, great question, Bill. And I'll make sure to remind you about different care instructions as I show you the different products today. So Desert Weavers of India. Oh, and then remember again, 15% off any price you see on screen today. If you buy during the live show at the link, that won't take you away from the show. You're going to be able to watch the show and buy at the same time anything that you see that you like, and we sure hope that you do. And Jenna will help you in the comments. And remember, everybody who's commenting in the comments and engaging with Jenna, she's got some great questions today. I'm going to be reading all the comments afterward. Everyone participating with her there is automatically registered to get a beautiful gift certificate giveaways. We're going to do a bunch of those today. $50 on a beautiful gift card that you can either spoil yourself with or give to a friend for a birthday or a holiday. It's not just a little card like you might get from a non-Novica shop, but it's a beautiful presentation, comes in a beautiful hand-woven cloth bag. Okay, let me tell you a little bit. I've got a couple customer comments from people who, let's see, we've got Crystal, who bought the throw here. She says, very beautiful piece. This was given as a gift, and my recipient absolutely loved it. It's, by the way, it's 16¼ feet long by 3 feet wide, so great as a table runner, as a beautiful drape across the back of your couch. Like I demonstrated, you can also wear it as a shawl. In this case of this particular textile, it works very well as a shawl too. And Jimmy says, fantastic workmanship and amazing quality. I agree, and we can see that here. I've got it in hand. Very tight weaves here from the Desert Weavers of India. And the two cushion covers that I just showed you, also from the Desert Weavers of India, $49.99 for the pair, 15% off everything right now if you're buying during the live stream at the link that's in the live stream chat. Let's see. Dee bought that set of pillow covers. She says, very well made and just lovely. And I really want to tell you a little bit about the Desert Weavers. So they began with 30 weavers in Rajasthan. Their skills have been handed down from generation to generation, as is typically the case, particularly in India, with the different types of artisanry. So these weavers have been doing this for many generations. They began with 30 weavers who came together to try to help get better prices for their goods, help empower each other through collective action. And that's how we found them, of course. And now they have spread to 90 villages, supporting 170 families. So we would love to show the Desert Weavers some love and appreciation for their incredible work today, and would absolutely love it if you would purchase now, right now in the chat. Go to that link and see the prices are amazing, and 15% if you buy right now during the show. The real strength of our group, they say, lies in our preparedness to provide education and health services, relief, social security, and to give a voice to the weakest. Besides weaving programs, we run more than a dozen schools. So this organization, we really love them and love supporting them. They're at the forefront of relief and rehab efforts in their communities. That's been true in the cases of malaria outbreaks, epidemics, and fires, flash floods, and drought. the Desert Weavers, since they're so well organized already as a weaving cooperative, they are in a good position to use their tight-knit organization to work in other realms as well when called upon, and they do that. They say, we dream of a just and egalitarian social order in which there is space for everyone, especially the weakest, so they can stand on their own feet and live a life of dignity. We love that. So yes, we are all here for one reason, that's to change the world in the way that we can. And here at Novica, that's through traditional arts and cultures and handwoven fair trade works of art across decor, jewelry, and ethical apparel. So we're so grateful for our customers, millions of customers around the world. We ship to more than 80 countries. Did you know that? I mean, I'm just blown away when I am reminded of numbers like that, how we've grown since 1999 when we launched. And I'm just so proud of this company and so glad to be a part of it. And anyway, all right. So from the Desert Weavers, again, all this is going to continue to be available for buy now in the comments. So you can continue watching what we've got coming up next, some beautiful jewelry, a little more home decor, and some beautiful apparel. And then our peace themed gifts, since today, the 21st, is the annual UN International Day of Peace. Every year, my favorite holiday of all. So we're going to talk about that and show you some incredible peace-themed works of art. Next up, we have a beautiful, small, and very inexpensive candle. We would love to send some support also from India to Diwa Putra in India, who she crafts all sorts of aromatherapy type products and candles. And so this is handmade with beeswax and also palm wax. And this combination gives it a 50-hour burn time. So we love that. And it's in a very traditional embossed tin holder. That type of artwork is very typical of some regions in India. They emboss tin. So that's a very pretty candle, very inexpensive, $19.99. A beautiful gift. We highly recommend. Comes in a perfect little box ready for gift wrapping. And of course, if you're buying on the Novica.com website, if you're not buying an app, if you're buying on the Novica.com website, of course, you have the gift wrapping options too. We do spectacular gift wrap, but that comes really easy to gift wrap. It'll come straight to your doorstep, ready to go. Angel bought the candle. She says, charming candle, very pretty and burns nicely. Yeah, it doesn't have any strange odor and no perfume for those of us who don't like too much different perfume in our house, especially at dinner time. You want to be able to smell dinner, right? That is a no scent candle. So I love that about it too. I love that it's natural wax. And Vicky bought several candles also by Diwa for her granddaughter. She said, beautifully handcrafted. They will be cherished. My granddaughters love getting gifts from Novica and reading about the artisans. I highly recommend. That's the great thing, everybody. When you give gifts from Novica, and also for yourself, it's always coming with a beautiful gift card. I call it a keepsake card. So everything, every single item you get, whether it's jewelry, home decor, or a candle like this, or ethical apparel, you're going to get a gift card with it. And inside, we have taken the time to extract a quote from the longer biography of the artisan that you'll find on Novica. But we have a highlight from their biography and the details about what they've just purchased, the cultural significance of it, the history behind it, whatever interesting information the artisan has provided to us when we interview them. So that comes with every gift. And also, speaking of gifts, remember to talk with Jenna in the chat. Jenna's giving away multiple $50 gift certificates today during the show. And they also come beautifully ready to give to your friends for birthdays, holidays, and special occasions, or to spoil yourself and use them now. Those are gift cards to Novica, so you can use them on anything that you see today or anything at all. At any given time, we have more than 75,000 unique handmade works of art, jewelry, home decor, and ethical apparel, handmade on the Novica.com website. So if you haven't yet been to Novica, you got to get over there and see what we're doing. It's magic, and it's helping change the world. We've changed lives, thousands and thousands of lives for the better. I'm super proud of that, and we are continuing to expand. And I'll tell you more. Anyway, there's so much to say. All right, so we are going to tell you a little bit about Diwa Putra. born in a small village in Bali in 1977. He was the oldest son. My father was a skilled wood carver who produced many great sculptures, he said. When I was a small kid, I was impressed by the skill of the wood carvers here. I have been blessed with one daughter and one son. I love my wife and my children. I give thanks to God every day for my life. There were times when I struggled with my previous job where I had to carry very heavy weights almost every day. But now I have my own business and I can provide for my family. Thank you. This is our mission and what we work very hard to do every single day. Our whole Novica crew around the world. We have staff here in the United States and in California and in Texas. And then we have 10 artisan empowerment hubs around the world, working directly with thousands of master artisans like Diwa Pucha, and finding the very most interesting and unique artisan crafts for you that are all fair trade and all handmade. So that's a little bit about him. We are going to go on. Oh my gosh, I've been dying to see this in person for about a year. So Michael was kind enough to order it for the show today. We are going to move on to a beautiful lock and key set that actually works. It's called Festive India. It's made by Tulsi Das in India, who, he's got a great story too. I'm going to tell you all about him. Okay, so check this out. For anybody that has, I'm just going to keep this and use this myself on my garden shed. It's so beautiful. But if you know anybody that's just gone back to school, everybody's going back to school right now. Imagine having this on your locker. So it's a functioning lock and key set. Again, handmade by Tulsi Das. He comes from generations of brass workers. And in fact, I'll tell you all about his biography in a minute. Let me just show you this. So it functions. It has two beautiful, very ornate keys. Check this out. Can you see those?
That's amazing.
They're just amazing. I love this. I'd seen this when it first got listed on the website, and I was just dying for an excuse to actually see it in person. And I'm going to buy it myself and keep this particular one because I love it. So for Tara, who asked us to describe the colors, Tara, I hope you're watching. Is Tara out there today on our live stream crew yet? I hope she is. So we've got Jenna in the comments speaking with everybody and giving away gift certificates. So make sure to talk to her in the comments and get eligible for our giveaways today. So this is a beautiful brass lock and key set. It's got red and blue beading all throughout it. The back side is all hand. It's got different patterns that they've etched onto the brass. It's very heavy. The elephant even has a little bell here. It's so special. Imagine getting this as your going back to school gift. Yeah, I just think it's very, very, very special and weighty, and this is a real gift. So highly recommend from Tulsi Das. If you can leave that up, Jim, for a minute on the screen so I can set this down. Oh, and of course, everything from Novica, like I already showed you, comes with a beautiful gift card that is a keepsake card, so your recipient can learn about the artisan and about the product. And also everything always comes with a hand-signed postcard in the native language. So, for example, this came from India with a stamp from Gandhi on the back, and just so beautiful. Really sets Novica apart and makes it so special to give gifts from Novica. And myself, I order a lot from Novica too, after 24 years of being so proud of this company. So I always keep those keepsake cards with whatever it is that I've purchased. I put them underneath or staple them on the back because I want to remember who made this. This is by Newman Subrata. It's not for sale today during the live stream. His daughter has taken over his business. I bought this from him in Bali when I was visiting him some years back and carried it back in my suitcase. But we have beautiful statues and statuettes just like it made by his daughter. If you go to the Novica website and look up the Subrata family, she's taken over his legacy. Unfortunately, we lost him a few years ago, but he was with us for about 20 years before he passed. And he's just a master wood carver, as is his daughter and her assistants. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Tulsi Das in India, who made this beautiful brass lock and key set that I highly recommend for anybody you know heading off back to school, or who has a garden shed like me that needs something just like that to stand out and be extra special. So Tulsi says, "This is my ancestral work. My brother and other family members taught me this art. I started my own workshop in 1974. I love to make beautiful brass objects. He says, I have always been very impressed with our ancient Indian artworks, their carving, design, and unique workmanship. I belong to the Tara Society, a Hindu and Sikh artisan caste. Many people in our society were associated with this workmanship, but the younger generations do not tend to continue these traditions. The lack of artisans and declining interest and knowledge of handcrafts has been a cause of worry for me. And of course, this is another aspect of Novica's mission, and that's by making traditional crafts sustainable for artisans, economically feasible for artisans, because they're earning more than they ever could historically, even though customers are paying less because we've cut out all the different levels of middlemen. We're seeing in many villages, the artisan that we work with ends up becoming the chief of the village. He's now the person or she that's got international recognition, is making real world prices for their goods, and becoming successful and able to hire other master craftsmen back who had gone to work in other often manual labor type jobs, because there was a fading interest in these crafts. We're very proud to be part of the movement, the handmade movement, to help regenerate these crafts and to keep them alive. And it's working. And it's working.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
to,
mean, Catherine, that's so important because, this is a skill that, you just can't give to a machine. I mean, the fact that
so true.
it's amazing the work that they do and the craftsmanship, and so great to see Novica doing that.
Thank you. That's so true. And something machine made is never going to have this story that comes with it, and it's never going to be the same. I'm always going to look at this every time I go to my garden shed or your locker if you swim or whatever it is that you would have this for. Every time I see it, I'm going to think about Tulsi Das. I'm going to think about the fact that we're helping change his life and the lives of the artisans who work with him. Our mission, everybody, all of us, our mission has to be to leave the world a better place. And that can seem really challenging to do, but we can do that in so many different ways. We can do that every day when we choose where we're shopping. So why would you buy from a box store, for example, when you can buy artisan direct usually for less than the big box store prices, and you're actually supporting the people who are the hardworking creators of these crafts. You're supporting them directly and helping change the world for the better. And not more importantly, but equally importantly, you're creating direct connections between cultures and across continents, which to me today, on the International Day of Peace, September 21st every year, I think that's just such an important mission to keep in mind, that by engaging with our fellow human beings all around the world, we're helping really get to appreciate and understand each other better and respect each other. And it's a very important thing. It's one of the things that I love most about Novica and my work with the company and all of our incredible staff around the world. We're all in it for one reason, and that's because we actually get to see the lives that we are helping improve and change, and both in the artisans and with our customers who are so grateful and every day post hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews of these products and Novica, and we're so grateful. And we're going to keep doing it and expanding and growing. Okay, so yes.
I would love to take a moment and shout out Soledad, who is with us through Facebook. She's actually one of the Costa Rican jewelry artisans with Novica.
Hi, Soledad.
My gosh.
Excellent.
She's watching with us on Facebook right now.
All right, so we're going to have to make sure we feature one of Soledad's products soon. We're going to talk to Michael. Michael's doing our merchandising. He's amazing. All right, so thank you, Soledad, for watching. We're so glad to have you, and we're going to make sure you're on the show. Thank you for supporting the show and being on it. And anybody that wants to meet an artisan, talk with Soledad, who's in the chat right now. And I'm sure there are other artisans too watching from around the world. Everybody's so thrilled to be participating and that we've just launched this show, and we're so glad to have you here. Please help us spread the word. Please hit that like button, share this link, and tell everybody, your friends and family, to join us and engage in the comments. All of your activity to help support us is keying the Facebook and YouTube algorithms to put us higher up in visibility, which means more people get to see this, which means more people get to do amazing things with their shopping dollars by helping support people and traditions and cultures rather than supporting big box stores, which doesn't bring as much satisfaction, in my humble opinion. All right, we are going to move on from Tulsi Das, the amazing brass sculptor there, to Thomas Soto, one of our artisans in Peru. And his Peru in 3 men's sweater is one of the beautiful hand-woven sweaters that Michael has picked for us to show off today. And so today we're featuring 2 sweaters that are handmade with alpaca, luxurious alpaca fiber, which is shorn from the alpaca animal as you would shear sheep. So it doesn't harm the animal in any way. In fact, as Una in our headquarters was reminding me yesterday, the alpaca not only isn't harmed in the process, but in the highlands of Peru, where most of the alpaca are living and are shorn for their fleece for beautiful sweaters and textiles of all sorts, they often really live as family members in the villages where they live. They are treasured and appreciated and very well taken care of because they are providing the sustenance for that village through their fleece. So they are shorn at the times of year when they don't need the fleece, and it's a relief to them to have a little more breathing space, a little less wool on them. It's actually fleece, not wool, but we also tend to call it wool because that's an easy way to think of it.
It's so soft, isn't it?
Alpaca is, yes, Jim. Alpaca is definitely softer than wool. It's so soft, especially this baby alpaca fleece. And it's also warmer and much lighter weight at the same time than wool. And and it is hypoallergenic. So a lot of people who are allergic to wool, such as myself, are not allergic to alpaca. So most people can wear the alpaca fleece without any problems. So this Peru in 3 is the name of this men's sweater. It's $177.99. That's the Novica artisan direct price. So Thomas is doing very well with that pricing, and yet it's so much less than you would find it at a handmade goods shop in the United States, where you'd find something like that that's hand knit or hand woven. It'd be more in the $350 to $400 range. So, and right now, since everything on the program today is 15% off during the live stream, if you buy it through the link that's in the comments, you're going to get a big savings on that. 15% is quite significant on a beautiful sweater like that. So that's the Peru in 3 men's sweater. It's an alpaca blend. All the details are in the shopping area at that link that I just mentioned in the comments. So you can find all the sizes that are available. We have many sizes, usually just a few of each size available, because remember, everything we're selling is handmade. So we don't have large quantities, but we have all the right sizing there for you. And Bill had asked about cleaning some of the textiles that we're showing. Definitely recommend dry cleaning for this sweater and the next one I'm going to show you, or hand wash, gentle detergent, lay flat. So that's a blend of recycled fabric and 30% luxurious, very luxurious, the super, super fine baby alpaca. So we really encourage our artisans to use recycled and upcycled, and to use natural woods and fibers and reeds and grasses when they're doing their different arts and home decor items and clothing and handbags, because we really are a big proponent of sustainability, of course, at Novica, as are many of our artisans who tend to source locally anyway, because that's the logical thing to do when you're working in a village environment and working with direct with artisans that are making things by hand, usually of their local resources. So that's the case here too. Tatiana ordered a different sweater by Tomas. She says, simply stunning quality and design. I love it. She has 7 exclamation marks. She said, I was blown away with its elegance and superb craftsmanship. Looks so polished and high end. You are a true fashion designer and genius, sir. Senor Tomas, thank you so much for such a gorgeous piece at a reasonable price. It's comparable to Dior and Lanvin. It's that great exclamation mark. I'll cherish it for years to come. So she bought that as a gift too. And we have one more sweater by Tomas today that we're going to show you. Also a recycled fabric and baby alpaca blend. Super, super soft. These alpaca textiles are so soft, hypoallergenic, no harm to the animal. And alpaca was reserved for Incan royalty because the fabric is so special and It's lightweight, it's beautiful, it's soft, it's a premier fabric around the world. So we love and have a huge collection of alpaca apparel, capes, sweaters, especially mostly from the Andes of Peru. So if you're shopping on Novica.com, you'll see we have a very broad selection. Michael, our merchandiser, chose these for the show today because they're some of our most popular. And so the next one up, if you could show on the screen, Jim, who is producing for us behind the scenes there, is, let's see, the Robin's Egg is the name of that men's pullover by Tomas. Again, $177.99. You won't see alpaca sweaters at that price. Handmade anywhere probably but Novica. And yet the artisan is setting his own prices and earning more than ever historically artisans made for their materials in these far regions of the world. And yet customers are paying less because Novica does what we do best, and that's we cut out all the levels of middlemen by working directly with artisans through our artisan empowerment hubs around the world.
I might have to go buy this sweater. This looks
It's beautiful.
really
I have this one in person. I can't really model it for you. I've got a large, and it's a men's sweater, and it's so warm here today. But it's so luxurious, so soft. Yeah, really amazing. So again, upcycled fabric and baby alpaca blend. This one has a little bit of a elasticized hem, so it's very flattering fit. No matter what your size, you can hike it up a little bit and have that drape over, or bring it down low if you like a long sweater. Anyway, I love this sweater. Thank you, Michael, for choosing these beautiful apparel pieces. If you have anybody who needs a gift, we highly recommend these. And of course, everything that comes from Novica comes with the beautiful card. So each of these sweaters comes with a card with the name of the artisan and a quote from the artisan, telling them a little bit about their life. And then, of course, always a distilled amount of information from the website, from our interviews with the artisan about the history and the culture and the importance behind each piece that we sell. So those are the sweaters. Let me tell you a little bit about Tomas Sota. I don't think we have a picture of him today. He's an artisan designer in Peru, one of our most popular alpaca designers. He was born in Cusco in 1967. He said, "All that I am and do today was learned from my father. When I was a little boy, I'd go to the workshop with him. He'd pull up a stool so I could watch and learn how he used his tools. When I turned 18, I didn't have the means to buy materials or cover my own expenses. It was so hard." He said, "My son was born right then and my wife died that same day. This had a very strong impact on me, but also gave me the strength and push to overcome my obstacles and go forward with my son and my job." He said, "My inspiration is born from the deepest part of my soul." We love Tomas. He's been fabulous. He's worked with us for many, many years, and he's become quite popular and successful through Novica. He has been able to hire other master weavers and knitters in his village to help produce these beautiful sweaters, and he also does punches and capes and some much more ornate designs, very traditional Peruvian designs that we're showing you two today that are very popular and can cross cultures very easily. But if you are really into Peruvian patterns and Incan patterns and designs, check out his larger collection and you'll see he has so many works of art in his sweaters and his other capes. We highly recommend these two. They're so popular and so flattering. David is one of the buyers of Tomas's sweaters through Novica. He says, "Understated elegance" is what he said of this sweater. He says, "I always shop at Novica when I need something special for my wife of 50 years. Especially," he says, "I'm a very big fan." So that's about the two sweaters. And again, remember, everybody, engage with Jenna in the chat right now. Everybody that is chatting with her is automatically entered to win our random giveaways for the Novica $50 gift cards. We're giving away a bunch of those today. And they come just like this, very beautiful. It says Novica on the front. I don't know if you can see that. It's embossed and tells a little bit about Novica inside. So whoever you give it to is going to be wowed with the experience. It's not a gift card from your local box store. It's a gift card with a lot of meaning that's working to change the world, as all of us at Novica and all of our wonderful millions of customers around the world are doing every single day by supporting artisans like Tomas and all the amazing artisans we're showcasing today. And remember, stay tuned. We're going to be also showing you a little bit of jewelry today, some women's apparel, including what I'm wearing. And then most importantly for me, everybody has to stay on because we're going to go at the very end, go into some of our World Peace Project entries and winners from the World Peace Project this year. And we're going to include some comments from Lema Gobi, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for her work in Liberia. She was one of our honorary jurors for this year's World Peace Project artisan collection. And she has some words to say, and we're going to show you her favorite painting choice. And okay, so we're going to move on right now, though. Again, chat with Jen in the comments. Please hit that like button and hit share. The more you do that, the more visibility we gain, because that's the way the algorithms work with Facebook and YouTube. And so you are helping us spread the word and support all these incredible artisans each time you do that. We're so grateful that you're part of the team here. Everybody watching today, really, really appreciate your support. And because of you, we have changed the lives together, thousands and thousands of lives around the world. And we're just opened 2 brand new offices, one in Armenia and one in Central Asia, that's in Uzbekistan. And I just returned from there with this beautiful necklace from an Uzbek jewelry maker, and he knows about the World Peace Project. He gave me this beautiful little piece dove, and it's got Arabic writing on the back of it. And so he is going to be very soon live on the site as well. And we'll tell you about him in another episode. Right now I'm going to tell you about this beautiful hand woven top I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it there. Oh, you can see it on the model probably a little bit better. It's 100% cotton blouse, hand woven, also from India, like some of the apparel, some of the beautiful textiles and pillow cushions we showed you earlier. We're going to do a recap at the end. That's the Breezy Stripes blouse by J. Kumar Maheshwari in India. It's hand woven, sort of a V-neck here. It's got short sleeves. It's very comfortable, and I'm definitely going to purchase this myself after the show and keep it. I love it. Very light and airy. Michael got this to, thought this would look really good with this beautiful cardigan that's made by another artisan. So we're offering both of these today if you shop now. It's a little too warm to leave this on, but I'm going to show you this cardigan. Looks beautiful. This has a whole story behind it as well. I think I risk covering the microphone with it, but oh, this has such a story behind it. So I'm going to tell you some stories about that cardigan as well. I'm going to have to move quickly here because I see our time. So going back to this beautiful shirt that you can wear underneath, this could also be a beach. It's, even though we're moving out of summer, this could be a great beach shirt as well, a cover up, but also great to wear loose around the house or dress it up with some, I dress it up with some blue slacks or a blue skirt, and that would look fabulous to go out or to go to work. Let's see. Great with jeans too. I'm wearing it today with jeans. So that is by Kumar Maheshwari in India. Brenda gives it 5 stars, comfortable fit. Lois says of a very similar shirt, different pattern, made very well by Kumar, fits well, beautiful shirt. Kumar was born in 1973 in Jaipur. He says, since childhood, I've been fascinated with fashions and design. The most interesting aspect is to create new designs. I have a passion for learning. Now I have my own team of tailors who give shape to my imagination. So as with many artisans that we work with, as their sales increase from Novica and their revenues increase because it's artisan direct, so they're earning more historically than they ever have before. The best thing is they're able to hire other master weavers and carvers and artisans from their communities, providing income and support to their oftentimes entire villages. So and we're going to move right along now because our time is running short, to the blue cathedral knit cardigan that I just showed you. That's from Deblina and Atul. They are artisans also in India. They said, let's see, inspired by soaring cathedrals with stained glass and ornate tiles, comes with a banded collar, 2 front inset pockets, many sizes on that. So when you click on the link in the chat to buy direct right now, while you're watching at 15% off all the prices you see displayed if you buy during the live stream, you'll see all the sizes available. And because all these items are handmade, you usually won't see many of any particular size, all limited editions. That's a cotton blend. Hand wash. Bill asked about washing some of these fabrics. That's definitely hand wash and lay flat to dry. Sherry purchased a very similar cardigan from these same amazing artisans in India. Different pattern. She says exquisite, absolutely a fabulous cardigan. I cannot wait to give it to a friend at Christmas. I know she will love it as I do. I'm getting ready to order another for my son's girlfriend as soon as I'm done writing this review. Thank you so much, Sherry. We love you. We appreciate your
Do you
support.
tend to find how do the sizes run? Are they fairly true?
Very true to size because, again, yes, thank you. Good question, Jim. Because we have, all the artisans go through our artisan empowerment hubs in their region. So all the sizing is based on our sizing standards. So yes, and you'll see all that laid out in sizing that you're accustomed to. So yes, runs true to size. This was quite loose and comfortable on me. That's the way it's designed. That comes in many sizes too. Let me tell you a little bit very, very quickly here, as our time is running short, about Deblina Basu and Atul Sangwan from Uttar Pradesh, India. They studied textile design together. They met in college, and they say, we want our knitwear recognized as an art form. Our experiments to fuse knitwear and with prints and design motifs is redefining the form of this craft as something unique. Individually, and I love their philosophy too, individually, each loop is nothing, but collectively they become everything, which of course is true and good thing for us to think about in all aspects of our world and our lives. The power of unity and beauty and combining contrasts to make a beautiful collage of wearable artwork is our main motto. And you can definitely see that in their designs. If you can go back, Jim, and show that cardigan that I just tried on. Yes, this is just one of their many patterns, but the one that Michael thought he really wanted to highlight today. So again, they take inspiration. We take pictures of monuments, textiles, artworks, art pieces, and all forms of art. A lot of architecture too. They're very into architecture. And then they will artistically redefine those motifs in their very unique knitwear. So that's, they're really considering knitwear as art. They're wanting to redefine that whole category. And they're becoming successful in Novica, and we love them and would love to send some love their way. And they're relatively new on Novica, and we would love to show our support. So if you like what you're seeing today and you want to give it as a gift or want to treat yourself, go to the link right now in the comments, and you'll see very easily where you can just hit buy it now. And Jenna in the comments from Novica can help you with that. All right, we're moving on to jewelry. So we have one item that we're highly recommending for men today as a men's gift. If you know anybody, we have men watching like Bill. I think Bill still with us. And also, it also works for women and men. So spinner rings, it's a thing that goes way back historically, but they are seeing a resurgence in popularity right now. So anyway, you can see that, let me see, this is called the Alluring Rotation Spinner Ring that's made by Neetu Bharati in India. That's $54.99, all handmade, all those little intricate parts. Each one of those bands spins around separately. It's sterling silver, of course. We work only with, we test, by the way, all our jewelry, metals, gemstones. Novica always tests all of them. So before we put them on the site, it's part of our quality control process when we meet with the artisans and first start working with them. Everything is regularly quality tested for lead, of course, and gemstone purity and all these kinds of things. So sterling silver brass band, it's considered, these spinner rings are considered meditation rings by many. Let's see, they mentioned it's got a combination finish, so you can see the different little hand patterns he's put on that. Some ancient European traditions, spinning rings developed as a means of finding solace during difficult times and also for warding off misfortune. They've come to represent magic, enchantment, and a connection to mythologies. But again, as I mentioned, becoming very popular today, right now, this year, as a way to relieve stress and anxiety, redirect energy and focus. So not only are they beautiful, but if you have one, I'm wearing one right now, the same one. You know, it's something where you can be meditating, thinking, distracting. It gives you something to do and play with in a kind of a positive, meditative way. So those are, you've probably seen those in InStyle recently and in other major magazines, because this is a big trend right now for understandable reasons, and yet goes back historically. So highly recommend that as a gift for men and women, but that's our men's jewelry item we're featuring today, even though it's designed for both. Lindsay says, beautiful quality. I was so happy with this ring when it arrived. It arrived sooner than I thought it would, and it came with beautiful packaging, a handwritten note, and a detailed card about the artist and the design of the ring. The ring itself is beautifully made, and I am excited to give it as a gift. Yes, all Novica jewelry always comes automatically gift wrapped in a beautiful handmade bag, textile bag from the region of origin. So if you buy from India, you'll be getting something similar to this. If you buy from a Balinese jeweler through Novica, you'll get a completely different motif from all the different regions. So always comes with a beautiful gift card. And remember, check in with Jenna in the comments. Everybody commenting today is getting entered automatically to win one of our various $50 gift certificates we're going to mail to you in the mail. So those will be selected randomly, and Jenna will get with you after the show and let you know if you've won. So let's see. Tracy says, stunning purchase for my husband. The craftsmanship is beautiful, really beautiful ring with the various metals, making it work with anything that you could wear. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Tracy. And now we're going to move on to the Rainbow Moonstone Bracelet by Neetu Bharati in India. Over 3 carats of natural rainbow moonstone beads flank a gleaming prism. I'm wearing that, but you can probably see it a little bit better. It's very delicate, very pretty. And yeah, you can't see so well in the picture or long distance on my arm here, but that's the piece of moonstone in the middle is a prism shape. And of course, that's done for reasons. Many of our artisans and many of our customers around the world believe in the meaningful properties, magical properties, if you will, of different gemstones, including moonstone, and that's true of this as well. Let's see, adjustable length. So I have it on the long, but I actually have very small wrists, so you can adjust it with a lobster claw clasp to be a little bit shorter. It goes from 7 1/4 inches long to 8 inches max. So moonstone is considered a stone for new beginnings, inner growth and strength, soothes emotional instability and stress, encourages calmness, enhances intuition, promotes inspiration, success, and good fortune. So we all need a little more moonstone in our lives. And I love to know what meanings different people in different parts of the world place on these different gemstones. Agenia in New York, one of our customers, says, very pretty, almost ethereal, has plenty of room to adjust, bigger or smaller, a great buy. Yes, for $29.99, a handcrafted bracelet, handmade by Neetu Bharati in India. That's a very good price. And of course, if you buy now live, while we're live streaming, 15%, everything I'm showing you today, if you click on the link in the chat, and Jenna will help you with that if it isn't as obvious as I think it is. And then she'll make sure that you just buy now, and that will get shipped to you from our Artisan Empowerment Hub in India. Abby says, I gave it as a gift, and she adores it and wears it every single day. Yep. Okay, let's see. What else can I show? Oh, about Neetu Bharati. Tell you a little bit about that artisan. I came from a beautiful city in Gujarat, where I was born in 1984. My jewelry is both traditional yet modern. What I like best about this craft is how it takes my mind in different directions to come up with new designs. She says, I get my inspiration from family and friends, and my workshop helps provide job opportunities in the community. I hope to keep going until I touch the sky, which is such a graceful way to put that, isn't that? I'm going to remember that. Might be able to something to remember. Okay, so we're moving on to my earrings by a different artisan. I love these earrings. They're so pretty. If you can see them. They're also moonstone drop earrings. We had something similar but very different actually last week. These are by Nehru Goel, one of our many 5-star master artisans. She's also in India. $39.99 for this beautiful set of earrings, and 15% off if you buy during the live stream right now. They're polished rainbow moonstones. She says they cast a beautiful spell. They're set in sterling silver. Moonstone, she says, believed to foster happiness, good fortune, and new beginnings. Yes, that's commonly believed. Lorraine, one of our customers, says, beyond beautiful. I am just speechless at the beauty of these earrings. Thank you so much. Sheila says, I love these earrings from the moment I put them on. And since we're running short on time here, we're going to move right into, you can leave those up for a minute, Jim, in case anybody wants to buy those. I'm definitely going to buy these after the show and keep them. I love them. And they're quite a big piece of moonstone, and the silver is quite thick and well done on them. I love that. Nehru Goel in India says, collecting jewelry and gemstones has been a passion ever since my childhood. When I was just a child, my grandmother used to watch nomads walking on the roads and would admire them for wearing huge and fancy jewelry. She says, it feels great for me to see my products being admired by other people around the world. And I hope with time, my products will be purchased in all countries. So yes, and I think that dream has really come true. Nehru is one of our artisans who is selling worldwide, and Novica now is shipping to more than 80 countries, millions of customers supporting artisans direct. We are so grateful for you, our customers, and everybody right now watching the show. You guys are our champions, and we're so grateful you're watching and participating with Jenna in the comments. I'm going to read all the comments as soon as the show's over. So grateful for your participation, which is helping us raise our visibility in the Facebook and YouTube algorithms, so more people learn about Novica and learn about these amazing individual artisans who have their collections on Novica from around the world. Okay, so now we are going to move into the last few minutes here. This today is the UN's International Day of Peace. It is the Global International Day of Peace every year. And we at Novica are very into celebrating it at all our regions, as are many, many of our artisans who are around the year, always producing many peace-themed works of art. And then we do the World Peace Project. We reinstated that last year and again this year. And so today is the big day, September 21st. We have had hundreds of artisans produce incredible works of art, and we've had an amazing jury select their very favorites, which is challenging. But we're going to show you a few of those. I'm going to show you my favorite piece of jewelry. And this was one of a kind, but now the artist is going to make one at a time. So there's one right now available, but only one. It's called the Peace at Heart necklace. And this was my choice. I wasn't officially on the jury, even though this is a project that I proudly help lead every year. But this necklace, now you're looking at the back side there. The minute I saw it be entered into the contest, I told my neighbor about it and showed her, and Jan, and she purchased the original one. And now he's made a second one, which is also, or third, I'm not sure, he might have sold several by now, but he's got one right now live, just one. The other side of it, Jim, I'm not sure if I provided you with two pictures, but there's another picture that shows the front side of it, which is just a smooth globe. And so maybe if you have that, you could show both back and forth, Jim. I don't have it here with me because...
Yeah, I don't have that today.
Okay, so the other side is a kind of a very smooth globe. So this is, let me tell you what the artisan says. The center of this pendant symbolizes the world. That's on the other side. It's a round shape, all sterling silver, surrounded by a chain that symbolizes the world's peoples holding onto each other and being connected. On the reverse, which is a sign you're seeing, and that's the side that's going to be held close to your heart, diverse religious symbols live in harmony. And the artisan said, if humans want to live peacefully and sustainably, world peace is essential. That's by Nyoman Aryawan in Bali. He says, to create a peaceful world, all countries must work together to make advancements that benefit all humans, regardless of their origin. To attain peace, humanity needs to show its heart. So that's the inspiration behind this creation that he dreamed up just for Novica's annual World Peace Project. And so anyway, if you fall in love with that, it's a little bit expensive and very challenging and time consuming to make. So there's only one available right now, $359.99, 925 sterling silver, 22-inch long necklace, lobster claw clasp. I'm mostly showing these to you just because I want you to enjoy them today, but there is one of those if somebody falls in love with it. Let's see. So that is Nyoman Aryawan in Bali. I want to show you another necklace that we do have more than one available. And this is called Union of Peace. It's by the Jalapa Girl Jewel Smiths in Guatemala. They are a favorite group of ours. It's an orphanage actually run by Catholic nuns. And the girls have come from very troubled situations, and most I think are orphaned. And Novica's founder, one of Novica's founders, Roberto Milk, and his wife, who's also Mina, who's also a founder, their daughter worked very closely through her high school, raising funds for this group and helping them get on Novica. And now they are selling jewelry on Novica. That's the next piece. Jim, if you could show the next piece. That's another entry in this year's World Peace Project. And it's of 950 sterling silver. It's a peace symbol with a heart, olive branch, and a cultured pearl. One of the girls says, we need to be united to create a better world and united to achieve peace. This pendant represents the strength of union needed for us to achieve together the victory of peace. It's on a brown leather cord. We do have some of those available. That one's only $79.99. Again, 15% off if you buy now. I would love to send these girls, the Jalapa Girl Jewel Smiths, some love in Guatemala today. We're showing that because today is the International Day of Peace. Richard says of another design by the same girls, gave 2 of these as gifts. Both gift recipients have worn them ever since they put them on. Mary Jane, one of our customers, says of a different design by the same girls, exquisite. I never take it off, just lovely. I am going to order that one because that represents everything that I love and stand for. And I love that it's really affordable too. Okay, so yeah, a home for 110 girls from 2 years old to 21, and about 20 of them work in the jewelry and sewing programs that have been established to help them gain independence, so that when they leave the orphanage, they have skills so that they can translate. They do have other programs as well, but about 20 of the girls are working in jewelry and sewing arts. So the goal is for them to gain self-sufficiency and confidence. So we're really proud to work with them. All right, we're going to run a few minutes over today, everybody, because I have to show you these World Peace Project paintings. These are a highlight to me and just so exciting. Again, one-of-a-kind paintings coming up. They may or may not still be available, but if they're available in the buy now, then I guess they're still available. These are also live on the Novica website too. Child's Affection for World is the first one I'm going to show you. And so I mentioned that our World Peace Project, we had an honorary jury this year that included a Nobel Peace Prize winner and some other very notable, amazing people that are famous in their incredible work for peace over many, many years. And this was the favorite painting, one of 2 favorite paintings by Lema Gbowie, who she won the Nobel Peace Prize, and she's in Liberia. She was one of the honorary jurors. She says of this, what does she say of this? Well, let me tell you a little bit about this painting from the artist's point of view. She says she is conceptualizing the beginning of a new era of peace. There's an idyllic view, blooming world of nature. The young girl is protected beside the tree. She's living in a thriving field of harmonious flowers of all colors. Finding hope in nature, the young girl embraces a dim globe to help bring rejuvenation and a return to innocence, symbolizing the human concept of harmony. That's what the artist had to say about that. That's about 27 by 35 inches high. It's acrylic on canvas, one of a kind, signed by the artist, of course. So that was chosen as one of Lema Gbowie's favorite 2 paintings from many entries in the World Peace Project at Novica. She says, it was a wonderful experience reviewing the arts in all 4 categories. I believe peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of conditions that dignify us all. And this really applies to our work at Novica. So listen to what she says. She says, the conditions of that dignify us all. The question may be, what are those conditions? Food, health, housing, education, safe climate, including all the basic human security needs that create space for all to thrive. She says, for a long time in our world, peace has been seen as ending wars, leaving out the major drivers of conflicts in our resolution processes. This is all from the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Lema Gbowie, who I had the honor of getting to interview for our World Peace Project. And the full interview with her is on our blog, easy to find on the Novica website. She says, I believe it is time for us not just to see peace differently, but to engage all peace-making processes from a holistic perspective and not in silos, as we have done for decades. Her own story is fascinating and a true testament to the power of peace. Lema, with several young children, and she had recently given birth, she led thousands of women in nonviolent protests to defeat Liberia's brutal warlord president and bring an end to 14 years of civil war in her country, in Liberia, in 2003. Today, she continues to inspire and lead through her nonprofit organization, the Gaboe Peace Foundation Africa, which empowers women and youth through education and leadership development. She continues her tireless work as a peace leader, both nationally and globally. Her story is featured in the documentary film that I just watched. It's easy to find. Pray the Devil Back to Hell. So amazing and inspiring. Scary and inspiring at the same time, that women, these thousands of women banded together and peacefully blockaded some stalled peace negotiations with the warlord president and wouldn't let them leave. And they eventually had to come to a peace agreement. And then fortunately, he was quickly ousted by an international tribunal for war crimes. Anyway, also in her memoir that I've also enjoyed reading, Mighty Be Our Powers. Boy, if you need a dose of inspiration today on International Day of Peace, buy that book and watch that movie. It'd be a good and reflective thing for all of us to do on a day like today, when we really do want to think about what we can do to help make the world a better place. And there's so much we can do. And one of those things that we can do, and that's our mission at Novica, is working directly with artisans, helping empower them, helping change and transform their lives in villages around the world, in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, especially in Central Asia now, in Armenia. We're going to move on next. And thank you for all of you who have stayed with us past the end of the hour. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and just show you, let's see, one more thing, maybe two. I want to show you this painting. Okay, this is one of my favorites from the World Peace Project. I think we had 117 finalists in the fine art category and thousands of different world peace themed projects. If you go to Novica and you just type peace in the search engine at Novica, you'll see so many works of art across decor, apparel too, and jewelry, and but definitely also in the paintings category. And this painting here, if you can see it, is from our first World Peace Project. I fell in love with it. That was my favorite. I purchased it, also one of a kind. That's from an artisan in Bali, showing the rice goddess. The goddess of peace is the name of that painting. So we're going to show you now My Mother Nature. It's a painting by Peru's Apollonia Zavallos. And that's quite expensive. I wish I could buy that. It's out of my price range. But you can find all the details on that if you do want to purchase it. It's at the link in the comments. All the sizes and pricing is there for everything we're showing you today. So that's one of my favorite choices. Again, I wasn't one of the jurors in the World Peace Project, and you can read so much more about the World Peace Project and other winners on the Novica blog, on the Novica website after the show. One of my, this is one of my favorite paintings. Here's a note from the artist. This work captures my vision of universal peace. My surrealist approach illustrates a vision in which water, fire, earth, and air, the four classical elements of the earth, combine. And again, this is one of a kind. It's a real amazing piece. I wish you could see it bigger. I hope some of you are watching on larger computer screens so you can see the detail on that. I wish I had it here in person. I paint my personal vision of peace, where I seek to find the spirit of the three dimensions, conveying a message of balance and peace in the universe, where peace and harmony start in nature as the pure legacy of the earth and its primary elements. So yes, that's a reminder. We all need to reduce, reuse, recycle, upcycle, walk softly, carpool, do everything we can in those realms to help our nature. Oh my gosh, there is so much we can each do individually. And then, of course, one of the ways we can help make the world a better place is by supporting artisans and communities around the world rather than taking advantage of them through the big box store mentality. Why would you buy from a box store when for the same price you can buy beautiful works of art, handmade, beautiful sweaters, everything you could find at a box store almost, handmade apparel, jewelry, and decor, handmade by artisans through Novica, where you're purchasing direct from the artisan, really benefiting them, and at the same time usually paying less than you would at a box store. A little more on this painting. So there's a very serene, smiling Mother Nature. almost reminds me a little bit of the Mona Lisa, embodied in a feminine tree trunk with strong vines. So that's a tree trunk with strong vines, a wreath, and peaceful flowers, and hair formed in the energetic release of a burning flame. She is cradling young peace doves in the nest of life herself, right at her heart. Mother Nature shows her protective force amid the mighty nature of the Earth's strength, representing in the crashing ocean waves against the background of distant mountains and a clear blue sky, all in balance, transmitting the artist's concept of universal peace. That's 31 by 39 inches. So that's a significant oil on canvas, one of a kind. There's only one, signed, of course, by the artisan. We would love to ship that to one of our favorite customers from Peru. I wish I could buy that, but that's not happening. But you can see in the comments all the details at the link there where you can do the buy now link and see that. So I think that's everything we had on deck today. We didn't have time to do a recap, but we really look forward to you, everybody, joining us next Thursday, always Thursdays at noon live. I'll be here, or Mina, who's one of our founders, will be here. Showing you some of the most beautiful things that Michael has picked out for you. Beautiful and also practical things that are kind of a mix of what you can see as art or actually use in your own homes and lives, like the beautiful sweaters, tapestries, and textiles that he picked out today. I think this throw is so spectacular. It's quite long and beautiful, perfect. I'm going to use that for Christmas for a table runner. And next week, we are going to get a little bit wild and crazy with Michael's picked out some Day of the Dead and also Halloween kind of crossover items. So we're going to have beautiful Halloween jewelry, which is so popular on Novica, as our beautiful Day of the Dead representation. So we'll talk to you about both those holidays and especially dive a little bit into Day of the Dead next week, Thursday at noon, and show you some beautiful things you can wear or have out when trick-or-treaters come to your door, handmade candy holders, that sort of thing, and handmade beautiful capes that don't need to be reserved for Halloween. So we are going to see you next week, same time, same place, and I look very forward to it. And thank you, everybody watching now, for being our champions and our supporters, for liking, hitting, and sharing, because only thanks to you, this is going to be seen by more people, changing more lives every single day around the world. That's our mission, and we love you for being there, supporting us and supporting these amazing artisans. All right, see you next week.
Let me tell you a secret. There are thousands of artisans from all over the world that make jewelry, shawls, handbags, and other beautiful things. And our passion at Novica is to bring them to you. And it's working. Customers are loving it. We are your secret source to the world's most beautiful items. You can buy from Mexico, Peru, Brazil, Thailand, so many beautiful places without ever leaving your home. We've been featured in Oprah Magazine, Vogue, InStyle, and Glamour, and so many others. Novica has been the leading fair trade marketplace for incredible artisans from around the world. The Novica mission is simple. Artisans make more and you pay less. Choose something that inspires you and empower a whole community of artisans.